Last time, we talked about the what of CBLOL playoffs. Now, we're going to explore the who of CBLOL playoffs. 6 teams qualified. Let's start from the top. Pain Gaming, the traditionals, the eldest of CBLOL, and the organization with the biggest fan base in Brazil. This historic franchise has not missed a CBLOL playoffs since 2019 Split 2, when only top 4 made playoffs. More recently, Pain have made 3 consecutive grand finals in a row, only to fall short at the very end. But second is not good enough for this perennial powerhouse. While they retain their existing talents of Wiser, the immovable top laner, Carioca, the big brain in the jungle, Dinkero, the mid laners with the moves both on and off the rift, and Bvoy, the team fighting machine, they made one critical change. Rookie support Pro Delta, a promising candidate who has taken the bot lane by storm. So far, it's paid off, as Pain entered the playoffs as first seed, leading the league in goal difference at 15 minutes, and KD. Second seed are the former CBLOL champions Red Canids. While second seed might not sound as good as first seed, make no mistake. Red Canids were neck and neck with Pain Gaming, with the same 14 wins in the regular season, splitting the hit-to-hit record at 1 win apiece. It came down to who could win games faster. Now on paper, Red Canids looked like the dream team. FNB, the best Brazilian top laner to never win CBLOL. Aegis, the reigning jungle MVP. Envy, known to be a bit of a playoff beast. Titan, the burning heart and soul of Red Canids and the clutch king of the bot lane, paired with Frosty, yet another rookie, a mechanical prodigy handpicked by Titan to crush the laning phase. In reality, this roster saw some of our craziest games, including 2 separate games where Red fought back from an open nexus to turn the tides. Are their games clean? No, but you can't argue with 14 wins and the most CBLOL of diffs. Coming in at third, it's the reigning CBLOL champions, the playoff phenomenon whom every team has their eyes on. Loud is their name, and loud is their fanbase. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Loud took that to heart. Having won back-to-back championships, Loud is looking to do the unthinkable and create a green dynasty with a never-before-seen three-peat in CBLOL with the exact same roster who did it last split. Their regular season looks shaky, but it's Loud. It always does. Thankfully, they have the Brazilian faker Tin owns himself holding down the mid lane, with a bot lane that just doesn't quit. Seos, widely considered the best support in Brazil, and Root, the only Korean AD carry to ever win CBLOL. The cherry on top comes from 2 players with incredibly high skill ceilings. The basically Brazilian at this point Croc, and the most successful top laner in CBLOL history, it's Robo. And when is playoffs? Of course, it's on Rob's Day. It's always Rob's Day. Rounding out the top 4, it's been 1,071 days since we last saw them in the playoffs. The sleeping giants have finally awoken. It's INTZ. In CBLOL, we often say, others may try, but only INTZ has 5. The singular most successful organization in CBLOL. But recent years have been tough for them, as since their Worlds campaign in 2020, INTZ has not made any playoffs till now. And in spite of the organization's storied history, the current roster has a total of 0 championships amongst the players. ZZK and Nia, the Korean players on this roster, have bounced back from a rough split 1 to elevate INTZ to new heights. Meanwhile, Nosferus and Yampi have seemingly found a second win, often being the key to INTZ's strong early games. And their young AD carry Ninja Kiwi has finally been unleashed from Elo hell and has been tearing through the opposition with his pocket silver pick. Starting in the lower bracket as 5th seed, Fluxu, a star-studded organization newly formed at the beginning of the year. Led by former LCS Evil Geniuses coach Turtle, Fluxu managed to pull huge names for this roster. Built around one of the most explosive bot lanes in the league, Fluxu took former CBLOL champion Jojo away from Red Canids and paired him with another former CBLOL champion, Brunsey, of Bot Gap fame. Add to that, another huge carry in the mid lane, House, who made a name for himself as the best laning mid laner in splits past. To balance all the carry potential, veteran Tay, known for his weak side kingdom in the top lane. And to finish things off, Fuxu bet on the youthful talent of Desamis, who could flex between the more meta utility picks and still had a couple of pocket explosive carry picks. It speaks volumes to CBLOL that despite the sheer name power, Fuxu were not able to enter playoffs as a top 4 seed, and instead find themselves in the exact same situation as Split 1, which, well, if you're a fan, doesn't bode well for the team. And last, but certainly not least, the dark horses of CBLOL, the most volatile Warriors roster in a hot minute, Vivo Cade Stars. Another old name, hailing from the times of Pain Gaming and INTZ, but one that had a 2-year hiatus, only rejoining CBLOL this year after failing to make franchising in 2021. Vivo Cade Stars' last week of the regular season was a pretty accurate summary of their entire split. They lost to 7th seed Furia in a record regular season time of 19 minutes and 54 seconds, and then proceeded to beat the then first seed Red Canids the day after. You can see why most of the CBLOL teams hate playing against the Chaos Incarnate, that is VKS. The chaos for this team starts with the signature 3G network on the top half of the map, who, by the way, hold a combined 5 regional championships, 4 in CBLOL and 1 in the LLA. Gigo, Grell, and Grevthar. Gigo, or Gigod, is one of the best top laners in the league, having earned the moniker of Korean Slayer for beating most of the Korean import top laners at one point or another. Grell, the jungler, known as the Mad Mexican for his devil-may-care style of jungling, never hesitating to pick a fight, for better or for worse. Rounding out the 3G network is Brazil's own Jake Peralta, Grevthar, who can't seem to stay in lane, but much like his namesake, solves far more problems than he might cause by roaming around. If the top side is chaos, the bot lane is almost the direct opposite of that, with Trigo and Damage being finally reunited after a split apart. This steady duo has never failed to make grand finals when playing together, first on Rensga in 2021 Split 2, and then on Pain Gaming in 2022, both Splits 1 and 2. CBLOL 2023 Split 2 playoffs start this Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. And we start with Fuxu, looking to overcome their past playoff selves against Vivo Cade Stars, looking for their signature upset. And on Saturday, same time, O Classico, with the ancient rivals Pain Gaming facing off against INTZ, where the winner not only moves on in the upper bracket, but takes the lead in their long-standing record of 3 wins, 3 losses in the playoffs. And finally, Sunday, the reigning champions Loud face their predecessors, the former champions Red Canids, to keep moving in the upper bracket. Who wins? Who loses? Well, that's far beyond any random minion's mere musings. The only way to know is to tune in for the next installment of CBLOL playoffs this weekend.